So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be... And bring it out to the 25. Right to the air. Here's Murray. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Murray. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Murray now to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Murray. And that will be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Fielded right around the 8th. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll take this to the 46.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
After the sack on first down, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. Down inside the 10, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Well, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Murray off play action. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. 59 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Allen going to go on 4th down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's got it. And in for the Steelers' touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A pivot and a give to Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray now. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off tackle left with Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 3rd down, Henry. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Second down, they go again with Henry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
On 1st down, Allen escaping the pressure right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Allen dancing to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown! Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser focused.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quay Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jamar Chase.
62 yards. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Back to Taylor on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on third. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And some room to work. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Breece Hall, 58 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On second down, here's Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll run it again with Henry. And Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry, 74 yards. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Slot man moves right. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Come on. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A handoff running left. Henry. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This out quickly to Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now it's Murray.
Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6. Green.
To throw is Murray. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Henry again on 2nd down.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Murray now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught by Williams.
And he will have a Steelers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Quay Walker.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On the counter, it's Henry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Go.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go option to the short side. He'll pitch it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jonathan Taylor,
14 yards.
and the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll try and throw for it.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Browns drive about to get started.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, throw left side complete. That's Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jamison Williams,
52 yards.
and the Browns get a bit closer.
They'll look to throw. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.